Redrawing a panel from Berserk is something I've wanted to do for a while, but I held it off because, well, it's Miura. His work is on another level. It's powerful, brutal, and impossibly detailed. But this panel, this moment with guts, felt like the right place to start. A tribute, a challenge, a thank you. Kentaro Miura was creating manga by the age of 10. He created a series called Manga and published 40 volumes to his schoolmates. By 18, he was assisting legendary mangaka George Morikawa on possibly one of the greatest sports manga of all time, Hajime no Ippo, which single-handedly got me back into boxing. And at 22, he finished the one-shot for Berserk. At 23, Berserk was finally serialized. The level of talent at such a young age and the output is hard to process. His influences included everything from Go Nagai and Fist of the North Star to classical Western artists like Gustave Doré. You see it in the way he uses ink, the textures, the weight, the contrast. When he passed in 2021, it left a hole in the manga world. For me personally, it felt like we lost someone who truly understood human suffering and found a way to turn it into unforgettable storytelling. I started off light, like I usually do with a 4H pencil, to block in things without committing too early to anything. I focused on Guts' arm first, and the way his body leans into the sword. Once I was confident in the base, I used the HB to define the edges, especially around the armor plates. There's so much volume in Miura's line work, even a negative space feels heavy. When it came to inking, I used a liter black ink and a G-pen nib. It's the classical combo for manga artists, and it gives you that super clean but textured look that Miura used so well. In this piece, Miura also used a Maru pen, which is how you get those really fine lines, but it's not something I had on me. I really had to focus on the lighting, the way the shadows wrapped around the delts, the forearm, and the way the armor reflects in the sharp, scratchy style. The hair and the expressions were tough. I try to keep the cross-hatching intentional and clean, but there's a chaos to Miura's strokes, and that's the magic. It's loose but controlled, and it's so hard to replicate. If you've never read Berserk, it opens on a man named Guts, alone and scarred, dragging a massive sword through a world that seems determined to break him. The early chapters don't pull any punches. You're thrown straight into the darkness. But over time you start to understand him, his rage, his trauma, his need to keep moving forward, even when everything's stacked against him. To the Golden Age, to the Falcon of the Millennium Empire arc, Berserk isn't just violent, it's layered. It's about fate, it's about causality, loyalty, betrayal, survival, and love. And yeah, there are demons and gods and monsters. But the real story is about being human in the middle of all that. The Golden Age arc is where Berserk truly shines. It's a perfect blend of Miura's masterful art and character-driven storytelling. We see Guts join the Band of the Hawk. We meet Griffith, and we watch a deep and painful bond form and break. It's brutal, but it's also surprisingly emotional. Miura paints this slow fall into darkness, not just in the story, but visually too. The character designs get sharper, the shading gets heavier, the symbolism becomes more intense. The 1997 anime adaptation, even with its limitations, captured so much of that emotional weight. It's still one of my favorite anime series to this day. It's raw, it's melancholic, and it carries that sense of impending doom. There's a reason why people call the Golden Age one of the greatest arcs in manga history. So, this video marks the beginning of my manga tier list, where I'm going to redraw a page from a manga series I just finished reading, and put my overall thoughts on the manga on a tier list. And starting with Berserk feels so fitting. It feels like the perfect place to start for me. This one is firmly an S tier, with no hesitation. The art is jaw-dropping, yeah, but it's the way Miura uses that art to tell a story, to build dread, to show pain, to let a character speak with a look that hits. And the more I draw panels like this, the more I appreciate the structure, the thought, the rhythm Miura puts into every page. So yeah, first spot on the tier list, Berserk, set the standard, S tier. Miura changed more than manga. He influenced games, anime, even how we think about dark fantasy. Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Final Fantasy, Attack on Titan. All of them owe something to Berserk. The visual language, giant swords, cursed armor, tortured protagonists. That's Miura's legacy, and it's still inspiring new artists and creators every day. Finishing this piece reminded me why I draw in the first place. Not to get it perfect, but to feel something, to connect. I'm proud of how it turned out, but more than that, I'm grateful I got to spend hours immersed in Miura's world. Studying his lines, respecting his choices, and learning from his brilliance. If you watched this all the way through, thank you. Let me know what manga I should try next and rate next. And if there's a series you think deserves a spot on the tier list, drop it in the comments. If you want more like this, please like the video and subscribe. If you want full live streams, full processes, and behind the scenes videos, my Patreon is linked below. Rest easy, Kentaro Miura, and thank you for everything.